Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you my ghoti first place deck profile that I took to locals and won with. So yeah, without any hesitation, let's jump right into it. First off, the ghoti package will play 3 Paces, 2 Shift, 2 Zep, 1 Ixip, and 2 Snopus. So this is the only cards with ghoti that I'm gonna actually be using, or that I used actually. Um, so basically, these two cards, you want to this card you want to draw. These four you don't want to draw. This you don't mind drawing, and this you usually search it, but you don't mind drawing it as well. So going first, you this is meant as a normal summon. This you dump off of Lifeless Leafish. This you banish off of the level 6 Synchro. This is an extender. You can also search with Abyss Shark. And this is a card that allows you to interact on the opponent's turn alongside Zep. Then, as for other cards, I play 3 Beautiful Princess, 3 Lifeless Leafish, 3 Abyss Shark, and 1 Silent Angler. So, Beautiful Princess is used to get Lifeless Leafish, and Lifeless Leafish says on summon, send a fish. So, you usually send Shift because Shift can banish itself to give a fish 500 attack, but it's mostly relevant because Paces and Schiff come back this standby phase after they're banished. And Leafish is also good because you can banish it from the grave and shuffle back 3 fish from the grave and draw a card. So that can be really good in some scenarios. But you usually use this card for the on summon effect. And Abyss Shark and Silent Angler. If you draw Abyss Shark, you can activate the effect. You search Silent Angler, and you special Silent Angler, and then just go ahead and make number 4, which is an additional card of interruption on the opponent's turn. As for last monsters that are related, 3 Hopper Squad Winner. This allows us to synchro on the opponent's turn more often, meaning that if I have this and Leafish in hand, Leafish only enables us to get as far as a level 8, because Leafish banish send Shift banish, Shift that's a level 6, you synchro into the level 6, the 6 banishes Zep, and then that's an 8. And if sometimes you kind of need Deep Beyond just for the on summon effect, and Hopper Squadron allows us to go that far. So yeah, that's I find that pretty good. And then as for traps, I play 1 Called by the Grave, 1 Instant Fusion, and 3 Red Fusion. I play these 4 because they're extenders and they allow us to go into number 4 and the level 6, so that if I draw any of these 4 and something like Leafish and Leafish gets negated, or I can just synchro on my turn and banish Spacies, that allows me to go into the beyond easier. Then as for hand traps, I play 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Dimension Shifter, and 3 Infinite Impermanence. So the reasoning behind this is I play 3 Effect Veiler and 3 Imperm. They're pretty self-explanatory. Against Tearlament, you use these 6 against Tearlament, and other decks just like using their monster effects on field. Dimension Shifter, pretty self-explanatory. Against any graveyard deck like Tearlament is very annoying. And Ash Blossom, I've been liking this more over Cherries, just because Cherries is only good against either a mirror match, Tearlament, or Sprite, because that's how I build the extra deck to be. You can make it more optimal, but I only have managed to find two extra deck space which I don't use, and even then you might have some builds just like using that extra deck. So Ash Blossom just becomes more versatile, my opinion. Then as for the extra deck, links, you only really need to play one, and I play Abyss Keeper. This, on summon, you special summon a fish from your hand to zone its points to, and you can banish one fish you control and one card your opponent controls, which is pretty nice removal for a link too. You could play Marince's Coral Anemone because it revives something like Lifeless Leech, but honestly, I've been liking this more than Anemone, so I'll be playing this over it for now, at least. Then as for synchros, I play two of the level 6. On summon, this card says you can banish a level 6 or lower fish from the deck, so you usually will be banishing any of the ghoti tuners. If it's on your turn, you'll banish Bases or Shiv, and if it's on the opponent's turn, you'll banish Zep, so as to quick synchro on their turn. And if it's used as single material, you can target a fish in your grave, usually target itself, banish it, and add a fish with the same level or lower from their deck to your hand. So you banish Arnipos and add the level 6 from the deck, being Snopus. Then as for level 8, I play 2 Ascan, 1 White Aura Whale. White Aura Whale on summon destroys all attack position monsters, and Ascan on summon banishes a card the opponent controls and the fish, usually banish Ascan. And when Ascan is banished, you can banish a fish from the grave to special summon itself back. So yeah, you summon Ascan, and then you banish, you get it back, and then you go for a Synchro 10 if you have the available level 2, and same with Aura Whale. But sometimes if you're playing against Bestials or someone using the Bestial engine and they have a card like Root Swarm, you want to Ascan, because if you white Aura Whale and destroy it, you Bestial Root Swarm will trigger, and if they send White Whale to the grave, it will not trigger to get itself back. Because White Whale, when it dies, it gets itself back by banishing a water, but only when it's destroyed, not by when it's sent. So removing them by banish is much more versatile. As for level 10 synchros, one Ghoti of the Deep Beyond, one Ruddy Rose Dragon, and one Supreme Sword Soul Changing. And Deep Beyond is self-explanatory. You only need one, in my opinion, because once you summon it, the second one rarely comes up. On summon, this card banishes all cards on the field, and the next standby phase it is banished, it special summons itself back, and it gains 500 for each monster banished. So this can just be a game ender, as in the series you might have watched. It shows how good it is. Ruddy Rose on summon banishes all cards from the grave. You don't really use the second effect where if your opponent activates a card or effect that would destroy a card, you effect tribute this card to negate it. You don't really use that, and you more so use the effect that says banish all cards from the grave. Because if you're playing a card like against, for example, Tearlament or a graveyard heavy deck, you have a Hopper Squadron in your hand, you have Ascan, you use it, and on the chain that they're using their Tearlament effects, or not on the chain they're using their element, on a chain where they're going to send their elements, like Kelbeck, you use Hopper and Squadron to synchro. They will have priority, so they have to trigger their element effect first, and then you summon Ruddy Rose. Ruddy Rose will trigger, and you'll banish all their cards, so none of their elements will trigger, or at least they none of them will end up shuffling, so they can't resolve. And Chenging is just a very good boss monster. It's not the boss monster of the deck, but a very good card to just have there, and the opponent having trouble to deal with. And whenever you banish, it's an interruption, and is an attack boost to itself and decreases the attack boost of the monsters of your opponent. So yeah, that's pretty good in my opinion. As for fusions, I play one Allvane, one Rarefush. This is just a level 2 tuner, and this is just a level 4 generic water monster I use for ready fusion and instant fusion to not brick. Alvain just for to help synchro 6, and Rarefish to also synchro 6 if I have a level 2. This one is for when I have a level 4. But Rarefish I use also to summon level number 4, sorry, being Stealth Kraken. Then I play one Stealth Kraken, number 4, Stealth Kraken spawn. So Stealth Kraken says all monsters on the field become water. During the main phase, quick effect, non-targeting, you can destroy a water monster on the field. So that's pretty neat. They summon something and this destroys that instantly. And if it dies, you can get back a Stealth Kraken Storm from the extra deck. And Stealth Kraken spawn says when it dies, if it was special by the effect of a number monster, you can get back Stealth Kraken and give it a material. So yeah, that's pretty nice recursion and interruption. Then as for Cherry's targets, I play one Toad and one Kitkalos. No other reason than for just Cherry's target, but maybe I can argue that Toad is good as well because if they use a card like Dogmatica Maxis, where I have to send cards from my extra deck to the grave, Toad can get me back a water monster when sent to grave. So that's nice recursion. As for side deck, it's a lot of disruption mainly. It's 3 cherries, 3 dogwood, 3 bell, 3 lightning storm, and 3 evenly matched. These 6 are board breakers, these 6 are interruption, and this card is for when we're playing on time against in tournaments, which ends up becoming really nice. Bell just for cards such as the fusion of branded, Tearlament, really good right now. Bell. I'm really considering maining it, but Ash is more versatile, so I'll keep it in the side. But still very good card. Dogwood, just for the time rules, realistically. Evenly matched, very good board breaker. So is Lightning Storm. Glad these two had a reprint in Magical Mavens, and Cherry's self-explanatory with the cards I play in my extra deck. So yeah, guys, if you liked, please make sure to like and subscribe. Leave any comments you might have regarding the deck down below in the comment section. I hope to see you next week. And if you really like the deck, you can watch it. You can watch me play it in the locals. That's in my channel, and that I'm gonna be vlogging in my series. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe.